Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussion on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, including Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, and Rick and Morty. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Mel Moyer.
Hello.
And Delaney Stovall.
Hello.
Today we're talking We Bear Bears, new Cartoon Network show.
The important show.
Very important. We're talking the just released this week on Cartoon Network. Created by Daniel Chong, based off of his webcomic, I think, which is pretty cool. I didn't know the show existed until yesterday or today when Show Night on Tumblr suggested it, so shout out to Show Night. And we didn't have anything slated for today, so we watched the first 2 episodes of We Bear Bears, and we're going to talk about it probably for like 20 minutes, we'll see. But they're airing a new episode like every day this week, I guess, because that's what Cartoon Network does now, apparently. And yeah, only you can go, if you want to know what we're talking about, go watch the first 2 episodes of We Bear Bears. And if we feel like it, we'll talk about the last 4 as well in this 6 episode season, I guess. I don't know. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, let's.
Mel,
anyway,
that was really pain noise.
Overlyanimated.com. All the information on this podcast. Let's get into it. Mel, what did you think of the first 2 episodes? Spoilers of We Bear Bears.
I think it has really good comedic timing. It's weirdly meta and like postmodern, which is weird to say. I didn't dislike it. It's just I didn't have a huge reaction to it. I think it's a funny little show, and I'm glad that it's only 11 minutes long per episode.
Delaney, what did you think of We Bear Bears?
I really enjoyed it. I think it's really funny. And comedic timing, yes. And I don't know what's so entertaining about 3 bears, like, just bumbling around. Ice Bear is the best. And also, it's just better that he speaks in third person. Like, Ice Bear, like, it's just great quality. Top notch.
I assume we'll be discussing Ice Bear a lot. Hashtag Ice Bear for president. But
yes.
Which people are actually tweeting. So good job, show. You got people to tweet the dumb hashtag. So here's my thing. Here's my tag for We Bear Bears. It's a less crappy version of Minions. There you go.
Huh.
It's the same concept of 3 like anthropomorphic idiots who are all male gendered and stuff like that. But this show is actually funny and intelligent, unlike Minions, which is none of that. I really liked it. The second episode is a gem. This is
it is.
It's just
of 2 episodes we've seen, the second episode is for sure.
I mean, this one.
Gem.
I assume this is the best of the 6. It's self-referential.
I think that Koala's going to come back because he's in the opening.
Yeah, he is, and I mean, he's voiced by
that guy
Patton Oswalt, I think. Right?
Yeah,
he's going to be a recurring character.
And the second episode is
famous.
incredibly funny to us, especially. It talks about internet culture and stuff like that the entire time, and it's great. The show is, even the first episode, which is not specifically about internet culture, is self-referential to just current pop culture, I'd say, and stuff like that. I mean, we have a Tinder profile for Panda or something in that show. So like, this is...
He also has a monologue about how his phone's his life when he loses it, so...
And
he's got those dinky that jewel hanging off his phone that some people have.
We should first note that the theme song of this show is by Estelle, who is obviously Garnet and Steven Universe and a great pop singer, and it is the best part, I think. We'll Be There. I've listened to it like 5 times now, so it's very good. Let's talk the specific bears. We got Grizzly, voiced by Eric Edelstein, who I don't really know from anything, but has done some voice work before. Panda, voiced by Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live. And Ice Bear, voiced by Dimitri Martin, who's a comic I don't know that much about, but is a person. What do you guys think of Grizz? Just the prototypical main character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, he's just such a typical, like, he's the main character and like leader.
He's got the plots and goals and dreams.
He's the scheming.
And it's also really funny because he's like a grizzly bear, and he's just like the most harmless thing ever.
Should we call him Grizz or Grizzly?
Grizz.
Call him Grizz, I think, throughout the show more.
I thought it was Chris at first. I was like, what?
It's Chris, okay. So
context clues.
Panda, we talked about a little bit already. He's pretty cool. I don't know. He seems thirsty.
He's very sensitive.
He's the sensitive.
Very thirsty and sensitive.
Thirsty and sensitive. That's how we describe Ben. And then
he's like the Care Bear of the group.
And then we have Ice Bear, who I'm trying to think of a good analog from another show. Just like
they're the penguins of Madagascar. That's who these three are, and he is
He's
what's his?
Oh yeah, and it's the penguins too. What is with this trope now in animation?
Grizz literally calls Panda like private at one point. I thought, like in the second episode.
He's got like ninja stars, and he's like, Ice Bear bought these legally.
What's his name? It's not Rico. It was Rico.
Ice Bear bought these legally is the best part. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's
he's like the ninja.
He's
bear.
just the ridiculous like side character who's like serious and.
I have a theory that he's like just constantly like tripping, and he's like just one of those guys who's just very, just in the background. Ice Bear bought these legally. Ice Bear made breakfast.
Don't ditch Ice Bear.
Ice Bear. No, what did he say about the views? Ice Bear will find them and like.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
That's the thing that the only thing I really liked about this show was Ice Bear.
Is Ice Bear?
Ice Bear's great.
Do you relate to Ice Bear, Mel?
Yeah, I think I do.
I don't know who my favorite is.
It might be Ice Bear.
Ice Bear's definitely my favorite.
I think
He's
I'm
the best.
Definitely Panda.
I'm gonna go get Ice Bear Twitter handle and such.
Yeah, I think people beat you to that. The hashtag Ice Bear for president.
I don't know.
Hashtag's blowing up. Let's talk the first episode. Whatever it's called. It's called Our Stuff. And if we get
Our Stuff.
Oh yeah, I should just say the show is actually genuinely funny. I will say that. I didn't expect it to be like actually really funny. We have them playing basketball in the beginning.
What's like incredible, like it's like, you know how we make fun of pro bending, which is actually legitimately awesome all the time. Haha. No, this basketball like game is incredible to watch. Like I was dying the entire time. These three bears playing basketball.
It was actually a really impressive opening sequence. Yeah, them playing basketball.
Awesome.
And then I don't remember the specifics. Then they go looking for stuff. They go to at some point they go to the library. Hello, library, take me to your internet was my favorite line of that. And they find, and there turns out to be a pigeon cartel. It's just an absurd
until the very end.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of other stuff, including...
No, and then Ice Bear's the only one who communicate with the pigeons.
Yeah, but the one pigeon was a mole, and he wore a wire to inform on the other pigeons.
Yes, we've sufficiently recapped to the episode. Okay, what do you think? What did you think of the first episode? Anything stand out?
Pigeon cartel.
The pigeon cartel. And the Ice Bear communicating with the pigeons was just really great.
Not having seen like the pilot, which apparently existed last year, like the first episode's kind of interesting because I'm trying to figure out what is actually happening here. As they're like as they're trying to find their stuff, are these bears just a normal part of society?
No one really reacted to that too much.
This
it's like Brian in Family Guy, how no one talked about the fact that he's a dog. Like I think it's that type of deal.
So you're trying to figure this out.
Which I think the pigeons help sort that out, because I was thinking that the entire first episode, but then we have a pigeon cartel, so it's like, okay, so this is like a thing. Animals like do things, and
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, then furthered in the second episode kind of, but okay, let's talk the second episode, viral video, which is just wonderful. It's so like, if the animals are supposed to be normal in society, then why do they also like gape over animals on the internet?
You mean like we do?
Yeah. If shouldn't they be like humans if they also talk and are just part of society? I don't
know. That's deep, Dylan.
Too much about it?
No.
I'm more concerned with why they feel the need to walk around standing on each other's shoulders.
That's what it's saying. That's what
I have questions about that.
Mystery. But why? They're bears. They can all walk. Why on top of each other?
Because it's great. That's why. I don't know. It's like they're in a trench coat, and they make
Also, they use everybody's tube instead of YouTube.
Everybody's tube.
That's what it said on the their video site.
Okay, let's talk the koala Nom Nom, voiced by Patton Oswalt. Eventually, what do you think of Nom Nom? No thoughts on.
I know. It's it's a great commentary, or just even like pointing out of like, I guess Grumpy Cat was the thing it was kind of referencing, or like Marnie the dog. How you've got he had merchandise for his like 20-second video of him passing out after eating eucalyptus leaves. Like, okay. I don't think it was very funny, and that's kind of an interesting topic, I think, in a cartoon to have, because that's something I think you'd see in more of like a sitcom setting. So I liked the second episode a lot better for that reason, because I thought it was just a very creative topic and a very interesting way they went about it. I think that little koala's coming back, because he's in the the opening.
I mean, you caring about him coming back would require you to watch more of the show.
I know.
Will you do that? That is the question.
If you make me...
Will you do that if I don't force you to?
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm gonna watch it.
So
I don't know. I think I actually think this sold me. I don't watch many of these like purely humorous animated shows, but this one I think was very impressive in its first two. We have the Meme Con, and they argue about the pronunciation of
which
name,
I've done with Dylan before, so that's fantastic.
And they arrive at the correct pronunciation meme.
Through
Dylan used to call them meme, by the way.
I don't. This must have been
tell your friends.
This is like the psychology term for meme. I feel like they call it meme. I feel like that's a thing. So that's. I don't know. I've had this discussion with people before, and I don't. They go to a con in the second episode of a kid.
It's literally VidCon. They go
to. How do they do this? I don't. It just seems too like self-referential and stuff. I don't know. How can you call this a kid show? This is obviously aimed at like us, right?
Well, it's a kid show in that it's not profane, which for some reason that's like the thing to make it not a kid show. When clearly, like, I mean, I don't know what the kids are doing these days. Maybe the 10 and 11-year-olds know about like cons and memes and all that stuff. But no, that's definitely something I feel like young adults, like college and right out of college right now, are going to know better than anyone else because they kind of grew up when that stuff was burgeoning, and are the ones making content for it. So it's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, because the show is kind of you like expect this to be just like a Nick Jr. show because it's about three fuzzy bears, right? but they talk and they like are like sarcastic and stuff, right? So it's
Ice Bear.
Yeah, so it's like older audience than it seems like, which I guess is kind of the concept. I don't know. This episode,
Dylan is Grizz watching Views and
yep.
That is, yeah. I don't know that I did feel that. Watch.
I was overwhelmed by how like much this episode like related to us.
Zero. What else? So yeah, and the episode ultimately makes commentary on internet fame not being real friendship and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, he keeps referring to it as having friends. He's like, yeah, we'll have friends. And
well, the one that I really connected
I'm not friends with Grace Helbig, so I don't know what to tell you.
Was when he goes, I've been a really big fan since like this morning.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's just a very like I really connect to that, like just how like that's how you get into fandom.
That's how I watched Camilla.
Yeah, exactly. That's how that's me. That's how I got into
Camilla.
I'm
a really big fan since this morning.
Dude, I'm a really big fan of We Bare Bears. I've watched it since an hour ago, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a really good like line to take away from this episode. Was just like that just completely that not only summed up the entire episode, but like the fandom. It
sums up television at this point since like anything where it's like, oh yeah, I binge watched on Netflix. I've been a huge fan since last night. Yeah. So that's what a time to be alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What else happened this episode?
Oh, we also made fun of like American Idol and things with.
Oh yeah, they had the judges. Yeah.
To be memes.
And then the judges reacting. Why do people know Nom Nom can talk?
No, I don't. I think that's part of his like aesthetic.
Yeah.
His shtick. They say which Yiddish word do they say in this?
Oh, he said schmutz.
They say schmutz.
I thought about that too. I did react. I was like, oh yeah.
I don't know if this is a word that the children will understand. The children in Kansas, but they do say it.
The children in the Midwest.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's only 11 minutes. Who do you think is the most developed of the bears?
Most developed, Grizz. The most, like, as far as like character goes, I mean, he drives the plot almost entirely. Everyone else just kind of has their one little bit.
Ice Bear's not a real character yet.
No, correct? Ice Bear's not. Yeah. I love Ice Bear.
And Panda is
my favorite, but
Panda
isn't
developed as much. What do you think of their video? Them like trying to be cute.
I don't know what they were.
I really enjoyed Ice Bear's like interpretive dance with the scarf. Like that was great quality. Like just, I'm so glad it was Ice Bear. And then the box video was funny because that's literally like every cat video ever.
Ice Bear.
What did we miss first episode? We kind of skipped over stuff. The pigeons identifying The people.
The art, like, why did they all look the same?
Oh yeah, and then they're like,
all rendered.
Wait, who was drawing?
Panda.
Panda, yeah, they're all rendered, yeah, and he was drawing like these anime characters.
It's so great, and they all look identical. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. I don't know. I'm very high on both of these episodes. I thought they're both quite good.
And they're entertaining and not like, and the jokes aren't like, oh, I feel bad because I'm laughing at this. Like, no, it was just legitimately funny. I
think it was actually intelligent. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Mel.
Also,
yeah.
Agree.
What? Yeah, no, I didn't hate it. I don't know if I'm gonna like seek it out to watch more of it unprovoked.
The first episode, because you're talking about like the second episode comments about like, you know, fandom and like, you know, cons and things and like being internet famous. I thought the first episode was like really good, like making fun of like all the cop shows.
Yeah.
Because like that was
is this animated Community? Is it just going to do a genre every episode?
I did like when they were like, don't jump at the... Oh, you jumped.
Yeah.
You jumped
like the FBI thing, like they took that ticket and they were just like showing it around.
It did have some juvenile humor, like just drawing FBI on the thing. Yeah, stuff like that. I thought it was still overall really good though.
Yeah.
Next episode, which came out already by the time we posted this, but again, we've only seen the first two when we're recording. Food truck. When local food options disappoint the bears, they open the food truck. This seems more of
food truck episodes will be good.
And then apparently there's a human female coming into the picture. I assume voiced by Charlene Yee. There's like a cast listing on Wikipedia, but they don't have like a character listing, so you have to guess at who everyone is.
I hope this doesn't become like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like level weird.
There's also only that's what that reminds you of. Yeah, I mean Panda would be the one to try to date her, right? Because based on established.
He has a Tinder.
There's only 6 episodes here in the first season, 1 every day this week, 2 Monday, which are the ones we saw, and then I don't know. This is based on a short or something. Briefly, very briefly. Very briefly, I actually mean it. The bears all being male.
Oh boy.
We talked about this in the Minions. Is this a society thing where they have to all be male to be sympathetic and relatable?
I mean, they're also kind of making fun of the bros thing. Like, Grizz says bros like 25 times.
So do you think that this is satirical, them all being male bears?
What did the guy who made the Minions say? He didn't make any females because he always imagined them as male because he was like they're just all these like stupid, like he was like they were too dumb to make any of them female is what I guess his defense of them all being male was.
I think you could argue that this show is satirical version of Penguins in Madagascar, so they're all male because they're just like and minions. So I would buy that, I guess. I'm not too bothered by it. I mean, also any references to romance are straight here as well. We had the couple in that couple was adorable, by the way, but they were, and then we have Panda being interested in girls, although Panda's a bear. I guess we don't have his sex clearly established.
Yeah.
But
great questions.
But yeah, it's okay. I'll accept this. I'll accept it being satirical, and we can leave it at that
until further notice.
We also only had 2 11-minute episodes.
I feel like that's a demographic issue, though.
Yeah.
It's a thing, just
it's a perceived demographic issue.
It's a perceived and societal demographic issue, but I feel like at the end of the day, their thought process is always male main characters are going to get more views than female main characters in cartoons because for whatever reason they think more boys watch cartoons than girls do.
Yeah, and you could again argue that the show is making fun of that concept, but it's also prescribing to it, which is inherent in satire. So et cetera, et cetera.
You're talking about I don't know if you've seen so in the song and like the intro, there's the little girl or whatever, and like they throw a book to her. I thought she was going to be like, "Look, I'm this girl, and these are my 3 best friends who are bears." That's what I thought.
Having a human main character, yeah,
that's what I thought was going to happen. So
it's just about a family of bears. What are the relations of these 3 bears?
See, I don't know if they're actually brothers.
See, I had questions about that too, because that's not how bear works.
No, it's not.
Are these...
Also, he's an ice bear. He's not a polar bear. He's ice bear.
Well, he is a polar bear, but he calls himself ice bear.
Are these friends? Are these brothers? Are they... I don't know.
You know, it took me a really long time to realize the Angry Beavers were brothers, so I don't know.
I knew the Angry Beavers were brothers, but...
And Cat Dog? Like, what?
Cat Dog.
Okay, how does Cat Dog relate here?
I'm just saying,
No.
like, you're throwing weird animals in a room together, and
cat
don't
dogs
always need an established.
Because, like, they live together in their cave. We got that established.
Yeah.
And I get in, where are they? New York? Some sort of urban.
They're in San Francisco, apparently.
In San Francisco.
Yeah. Says Wikipedia. I didn't know that from the episodes. But...
How did you get any of that? Like, how could anyone possibly get that?
Did they show the bridge? I don't know.
They might have shown the bridge.
I don't remember. Anyway.
I don't know. I just watched, like, Big Hero 6, like, right before this, so it's like I'm completely, like, I'm phasing out any imagery of that because, like, I've watched it so much, I don't know.
A lot of stuff does take place in San Francisco, yeah.
Remember me for centuries.
Overall, thumbs up, thumbs down
Yes,
on
Mel.
We Bear Bears. Thumbs up for these 2 episodes. I will probably be watching
Thumbs
more.
up. I'm gonna watch.
Mela seems...
I'm just not. I'm neutral. I didn't.
This isn't your
dislike
type of
it.
show, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but you still thought
I didn't
it was
dislike it. I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. It just doesn't interest me.
I would say watch the first episode, no matter your genre preferences. See what.
At least watch the second episode with the
the second one's the
because-
big one. I mean, we just
Second
spoiled
one's so
everything,
great.
but whatever. There you go.
You should still watch it.
We'll see if we cover these last 4 episodes, these 4 crucial episodes of We Bear Bears.
Why is it called We Bear Bears?
I don't know. And then the theme song is "We'll Be There," which kind of sounds like We Bear Bears.
There's a lot happening.
There's a lot of humor going on here in this team.
I don't think it's humor. I'm not sure what it is.
The comic is the 3 bear bears. It's like bear because they're naked, I guess. But
Oh yeah, but why are we? Oh, I guess
We Bear Bears.
I don't know. This is taking a lot of thought.
Well, okay, too much. That's it.
Because
That's
we're getting
it.
too deep.
Last note. I assume Daniel Chang is Asian. If so, props to Cartoon Network for furthering giving shows to not white males. They already started this with Rebecca Sugar. Anyway, I genuinely do not know anything about the backstory to the show. This is assumptions. What a great what?
Last name, Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real name. That's why you should continue watching Steven Universe.
Yes. Mel.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our 20-minute discussion on We Bear Bears. I'm Dylan Hysen. That's Mom Moyer. That's Delaney Stovall. You can find all of our social media information and anything about this podcast at overlyanimated.com. You can support our Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, Nate, Cordell, Shayna, Beatriz, Mitch, Nathan Fillion, Cordell University, Hannah, Beatrix Lestrange, Fever Mitch.
You just went right into it. It sounded like Nathan Fillion was.
Yeah, he supports our podcast. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, tell us if you want more of us discussing random new shows. I guess I don't know how many new shows premiere too often. I guess Cartoon Network's just doing this thing. Cartoon Network it seems like they over the summer. They just want weeks of shows instead of, like, sequential new episodes. So I don't know. We can discuss their marketing strategy.
Well, does it have to be new? Like, can it be like, watch this if we don't already watch it?
I mean, we have to, like, get into a shit. We have to. I'm not gonna randomly do an episode of an established show unless the people talking about it have seen every episode of it. I don't want to, like.
Impossible.
Yes.
You guys can do that later. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.